installations and offices were targeted. At least 9 police stations were attacked, 5 of which were torched, including Dagoretti, Molo, and Olkalau, to name a few. 88 police vehicles were destroyed. A total of 27 national and county government vehicles were destroyed, and 65 civilian vehicles parked in various police stations, including a school bus, were burnt. The criminals were aiming at the officers on duty. They were after guns in the armories and the police uniforms. 5 firearms were stolen in Dagoretti Police Post, Kiambu County, and Kashui Police Post by the very criminals who hid behind the pretense of a peaceful protest. Unfortunately, the people of Kenya through Parliament have not put aside budget for compensating those
Karibu.
whose properties are destroyed and looted through such occasions. And we do not have budgetary allocation as a government to do so. And if we were to be providing budget that will compensate people all the time when their properties are looted at this point in time, then the best law would have been those who are protest organizers should be bearing greatest responsibility. That is why you heard me say it's important to have a law that will clearly define who are the organizers of the protest, where do they want to, what is the purpose of this protest, when do they want to have the protest, where will they start the protest, which route will it follow, and where will it end? And should there be anything that is, should these protesters loot people's properties, what will happen? It is also important to organize public protests in such a way that the police can then provide necessary escort. The reason why I cited Mombasa is because Mr. Ali Nuno, who is the regional police commander, was properly briefed. The protesters followed defined rule in Mombasa. Route in Mombasa, they started at 10, they finished at 12. There was a small group that wanted to cause chaos at some point, but it wasn't a serious one, and the protest was closed. That is an example of how public protest should be done, not the kind of mayhem and chaos that we witness in the city. And therefore, unfortunately, the government of Kenya does not have a budgetary allocation from Parliament that takes care of any form of compensation. That does not mean
Kevin.
that the government of Kenya is not feeling the pain.
How are you?
Of the
How
businesses.
are you?
When
I'm in Nairobi. And yourself? Kevo, where are you from?
Unfortunately, the people of Kenya through Parliament have not put aside budget.
Kevo, where are you from?
Those whose properties are destroyed and looted through such occasions. And we do not have budgetary allocation as a government to do so. And if we were to be providing budget that will compensate people all the time when their properties are looted at this point in time, then the best law would have been
British.
Are,
how is Britain?
Protest organizers.
This is Kenya.
Greatest responsibility.
Peter.
That is why you have
Karibu
to say
sana.
It's important to have a law that will clearly define.
Like the video, like the live.
Where do they want to? What is the purpose of this protest? Where do they want? When do they want to have the protest? Where will they start the protest? Which route will it follow? And where will it end?
Welcome, Peter.
And
where are you from? Kevin, Karibu sana. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Protesters,
kindly like the live.
What will happen? It is also important to organize public protests in such a way that the police can then provide necessary escort. The reason why I cited Mombasa is because Mr. Ali Nuno, who is the regional police commander, was
like the live.
Properly briefed. The protesters followed defined rule in Mombasa. Route in Mombasa, they started at 10, they finished at 12, There was a small group that wanted to cause chaos at some point, but it wasn't a serious one, and and the protest was closed. That is an example of how public protest should be done, not the kind of mayhem and chaos that we witness in the city. And therefore, unfortunately, the government of Kenya does not have a budgetary allocation from parliament that takes care of any form of compensation. That does not mean that the government of Kenya is not feeling the pain of the businesses.
Yeah, that this is Kenya news. What is has been happening, and things are not the demos yesterday. People are reacting on it. Is about the Kenyan politics. What has been happening yesterday. So if for Kevin, who is from UK, this is what's happening. Is that yesterday marked exactly 1 year after the last protest, the protest that happened last year, when the Gen Zs broke into the parliament, and then people had. So yesterday was 25th of June, of which over so many people were killed last year, and then around 60 people, Gen Zs, were killed. So after the killing, that is when now Murkomen is giving
all
out
these criminals will be arrested and investigated. I must say that
what has been
sitting
happening.
here in the command center yesterday, I managed to see some of those videos and cameras that have picked some of these criminals, and I have no doubt that we have enough evidence to make sure that.
So again, yesterday people were also killed. A number of them were killed yesterday, and that is how things are happening here in Kenya. Oh, what's up? So those are the things that are happening in Kenya right now. And if you are from outside, if you are not within the country, so the Gen Zs decided to do a protest, and then that is what happened. Which part of Kenya? It was in the Nairobi CBD. That is where the demonstrations happened. So in the CBD, everywhere in the whole part of the country, there was that in Nakuru. There were chaos, Nyeri, Mombasa. Not really chaos, but demonstrations. Some places were peaceful. Others there were fight here and there, and some things happened badly. So others, some around 11 people lost their lives, and Murkomen, who is the CS of the CS, I don't know what's happening with my laptop. The CS for Interior has just got to break that news and respond to the chaos. So thank you so much, Kevin. I hope you have liked the video, and also you can drop yes, thank you so much for joining. Unasema you want to leave. Okay, it's okay, but thank you for joining. That is it, and we can see bye, Kevo. Thank you, Kevin. So anybody else who is here, please like the live as we move on. Now, there's something I was playing. I was playing Murkomen's response, but I think my laptop has decided not to pick the network, so that we see what is up. Let me troubleshoot. So that is it, Wakenya. Thank you so much, Kevin, for subscribing also. So if you are here, you have not subscribed, please subscribe, and also like the live, so that it is recommended to other people also outside there. So thank you so much. So that is what is has been happening, and there's a section here that I wanted to play to you, whereby, thank you so much, Kevin. So there's a place whereby Murkomen says that the church has to be blamed for not allowing the police. So recently, or a day before, the police, the Catholic Church read a statement and gave its directions and encouraged the young people to go to town and express whatever they want, and the government advise the government at least to provide some it's called what
these
visual.
routers, including the financials, including the
So
vehicles that were
listen to
bringing
this one
money
first.
in the name of protest, giving money to protesters in different corners of Nairobi, especially Mwingungu Street. I believe that those criminals will be arrested, they will be charged. Those who stole guns from Dagoretti police station, and those who torched police stations and people's houses, people's businesses, looted them. We are going to have to do a very massive mop up so that we can be able to arrest them. But it is important to note that the wheels of justice don't only depend on the police. It's also important for us to appreciate that the judiciary have a very important responsibility to protect the citizens of this republic. More often than not, every time this situation happens, either these protesters are given very favorable bail terms, or sometimes they are even released free bond. It is up to the judiciary to decide if they want a country of law and order or they want anarchy akin to what we saw yesterday.
So that is it. Let me play somewhere else.
And State House to make sure that they show that they have achieved some sort of a regime change. So this is nothing to do with protests. This is nothing to do with freedom of expression. It was a constitutional attempt to change the regime of this republic. And this is therefore, yesterday what the police did to foil was they were able to foil an attempted coup.
I don't know if the Kenyans here, you can comment down below and tell us, is it really for real that the Kenyan Gen Zs wanted to overthrow the government, wanted to. So what was the grievance, or why are the people on the streets? That's the first thing that we should know. Please, if you are in the live, kindly like the live so that it can be recommended to other people. So if you are Kenyan here, please just write down below and tell us, was it to overthrow the government, or was it about just expressing, celebrating first the people who died, not really celebrating, but mourning and giving flowers to the people who died. And also, maybe another thing that the Gen Zs went to the streets yesterday is for the killing, the recent killings that have been happening. We have seen the abductions, we have seen so many things that have been happening. But now Murkomen is saying that the main aim for the Gen Zs to go to the street yesterday was to overthrow the government. According to your perception, or to your, for anyone who is a Kenyan who has subscribed to this, okay, who witnessed whatever that happened yesterday, do you think kwamba this is what really the government has said, or is this really what the Gen Zs went to the streets to do? Kindly, is this the right, the real thing, the real deal, why the Gen Zs went to the streets, or we are just, this is what the government always does as it is? So just drop down in the comment below and tell us what is your take. What was it all about? Was it about overthrowing the government, or was it about to go and peacefully demonstrate, for the government to listen to the young people, to the government to listen to the people, to what is really happening in this country? But you can see the government has twisted everything and converted it to a coup.
Over 400 were injured.
Now that's now
More than 10.
on this video. Now I'm going to show you how the takwimu ama the statistics, what happened, the people that were killed, and the people that were killed, those ones injured, those ones that the properties that were vandalized, the police stations that were attacked. Here is the video of Murkomen talking about the same, and judge for yourself and
Kenyans
tell
were
us.
killed. Investigations are ongoing on the numbers and the circumstance that this happened. Over 400 were injured.
Mhm.
Close to 300 are police officers. Some left with injuries they will carry for the rest of their lives. Key government installations and offices were targeted. At least 9 police stations were attacked, 5 of which were torched, including Dagoretti, Molo, and Olkalau, to name a few. 88 police vehicles were destroyed. A total of 27 national and county government vehicles were destroyed, and 65 civilian vehicles parked in various police stations, including a school bus, were burnt. The criminals were aiming at the officers on duty. They were after guns in the armories and the police uniforms. 5 firearms were stolen in Dagoretti Police Post, Kiambu County, while 4 were burnt at Kashui Police Post by the very criminals who hid behind the pretense of a peaceful protest.
Yeah, you can see, you can hear what he's saying, that he's really defending the police. Okay, anyway, yeah, ni baba yao. So he's really defending the police. He's saying that the police, the people that were affected, so 400 persons got injuries, and the people who were injured most were the police. So the police that were injured was 300, over 300 policemen out of the 400, meaning only less than 100 people, less than 200 people were injured. So is it true? Ni akina nani waliumia sana? Was it the raya, the Gen Zs, or was it the police? Because the police had guns, they had vitoa machozi, the tear gas, they had the water cannons, all those things. They they just did all the things. So for him, he's saying that the Kenyan, there are people, though he has not mentioned, the people who are targeting to overthrow the government. So I don't know who is this person that wanted to overthrow this government, this beloved government of ours, Kenya. So it is only that they are just creating these things. If they hear the people, they listen to the people. I don't think if there's anyone who will be able to come to this to be here right now talking about mandamano, because mandamano is all about, they used to mandamano of the ODM, the mandamano, the ODM mandamano, but now today it's different. The Gen Zs are out. They've decided to do it in a different way, that they had tangu kitambo, hakujaionekana ni nani ana hakujaionekana that the razor wire imezungushwa State House, imezungushwa Parliament, imezungushwa wapi. It has never ever happened. But today we can hear, we can see yesterday. It's because of the tactic of the Gen Zs is unpredictable. People ni ngumu sana kupredict what the Gen Zs are thinking about, chenye wanafikiria, chenye wanataka kufanya. It is very hard for the people to see and know. So that is the Murkomen, and listen to him once again.
Soldier coup, and they deserve our defense. They don't carry guns as toys. When you threaten a police officer, you want to kill them. When you target an armory in a police station, when you steal guns, when you ban guns, when you ban a police station, you want us to celebrate you and bring you a birthday cake. We must be serious as a country. And as long as I have this responsibility, a policy responsibility of speaking on behalf of our police officers, we must defend them, because it is now clear the coup plotters are not sleeping. And while
now the coup plotters that Murkomen is talking about here, I don't know who is that coup plotter that he's really talking about. I don't know. Maybe in the comment section, those ones who are in Kenya, in the comment section, kindly let me also know who are these coup plotters. Who is planning the coup so that we know them? Is it Kalonzo and the opposition guys? I don't know. I have no idea. So kindly let us know who do you think Murkomen is referring here as the plotters of this all this Mandamano thing. Is it true? Is it? Or he has also spoken that if you come to a Kenyan police, it's not about business na kusmile around. It's about we provoke the police. But when you look at the Mandamano, all the Mandamanos, it is not the people that provoke the police, but it's the police who start throwing out tear gas, doing what ABCD, and unashtukia vitu ni kubaya, vitu things are not going well. So what is really happening? Just tell me, drop a comment, andika hapo chini tusikie what is really happening and why is this Murkomen saying that the police, the people are the ones who provoke the police. Who is who started the provocation, whatever, if that word is, it appears in the dictionary. Listen to him.
They were going around campaigning against policemen for the last 3 weeks. Their campaign was not a genuine campaign for the reform of police officers. They wanted to sufficiently scare us and scare the police officers so that they can have a free passage to commit the crimes that we saw yesterday.
Kenya, oh. Who started this thing? When the blogger and the teacher Ojwang died, who killed Ojwang? It's the police. So when the police did this, and the Gen Zs and everyone else, including myself, when we say the police have not done the right thing, they're not nobody is taking responsibility for Ojwang's death. Everybody is running away. But today Murkomen is purporting to say that the people are the ones who are peddling rumors, the perpetrators, the those ones who the perpetrators who are planning to overthrow the government. Those ones have been the ones who are running a propaganda of overthrowing the government, of overthrowing fighting the police, tarnishing the name of the police. So who exactly wanted to wanted to who exactly, I mean, who is this person that Murkomen is referring that wants to overthrow the government? And who are these people that have been tarnishing the name of the police? It is true that when somebody dies in the police cell for just writing something about the police, that the police have not done well, we arrest that person, we kill that person, and when that person dies, all of us sisi wote tunakuja and say enough is enough. That was not the right thing. It's not even beautiful thing, you see. So but for Murkomen, he comes and says that we have been painting a very bad picture of the police. Hey, listen, let me rewind that statement and see for yourself. Where am I? Let me just rewind it.
Sense. They don't carry guns as toys. When you threaten a police officer, you want to kill them. When you target an armory in a police station, when you steal guns, when you ban guns, when you ban a police station, you want us to celebrate you and bring you a birthday.
But when they kill someone, when someone dies in the police station, nobody is coming out and take responsibility. That one we should celebrate. But when people go to the police and ask questions, that's a crime. They can't celebrate that.
We must be serious as a country. And as long as I have this responsibility, a policy responsibility of speaking on behalf of our police officers, we must defend them, because it is now clear the coup plotters are not sleeping.
Who is the coup plotter? When in Kenya, andika hapo chini. Who exactly is the coup plotter? Tujue.
And while they were going around campaigning against policemen for the last 3 weeks,
that statement that Kenyans have been campaigning against the police. Okay.
Their campaign was not a genuine campaign for the reform of police officers. They wanted to sufficiently scare us and scare the police officers so that they can have a free passage to commit the crimes that we saw yesterday. If it was not for the police officers, we would not be having this country today. We would not be sitting here to make statements. And therefore, our police officers have my full support, and I will defend them against all the orchestrated attacks that want to paint police officers as if they are lesser human beings and not daughters and sons of this republic.
So you had
foiled a coup, and they deserve our defense. They don't carry guns as toys.
Yes.
When you threaten a police officer, you want to kill them.
So that is what Murkomen is saying, that the police had a right to kill the people. That is what he said. And provided, okay, vitu ni mbili hapa. Kuna wale walikuwa wanasifia polisi. Kuna wale wenye walikuwa wameenda maandamano, and kuna wale wenye. So the thing is, I think it is them who decided to give instructions to the police to do whatever they wanted. Somebody had to take responsibility. Somebody had to take responsibility, but for this government, no responsibility is taken. So long as the political class is fine, no problem. Sisi wote, it is them, they can do anything they want, but for us, God for us. Hawataki kujua, hawataki kujali. Something wrong with my laptop. Something a little bit wrong. Where? That is what is happening. I'm looking for a video here. There's a video that CS Murkomen mentioned something on church, the church. On the church, just a few moments. I'll be on that video right there. So I think the police, okay, it's okay that the police, it's okay that the police should not be threatened. There's a very, very awesome video on the same that I wanted just to share it. Just looking for that video kindly. So that is it. Okay, this is what is happening, that Murkomen has decided to defend the police. Yes bro. Hello, vipi?
Kwa within town.
Si yuko but niko mtaani.
Nasikia kuna curfews due from 5 p.m. Is it true?
Sijasikia.
Hebu ulizia Sudan Kikuyu, ndio tunatoka town tunakuja hivyo.
Sawa.
Nasikia kuna curfew.
Haya, acha nisikie. Someone is just asking me about the curfew, that if there's a curfew around. I'm getting there right about now. Here we go. Just a second, just a second. Here we go.
I know that no church, say before I read my last paragraph, that I know.
Listen. Listen to what Murkomen is saying about the church. Now, he's accusing the church that there's no church. Murkomen. So like the video kindly. If you have not liked, please like the video, like the live. Like the live. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. Here we go. Oh.
So before I read my last paragraph, that I know that no church member, and I repeat, there will be no bishop, neither Catholic nor Anglican or any other church leader who will come public to defend the police. I know that for sure. Nobody will speak about how the police were attacked, injured, and suffered immense pain as a result of the various. Nobody will do so. I also know that no diplomat will come to public to defend our police, because it is not in their interest for Kenya to be a safe nation and to be a prospering country with full democracy. All those people would prefer anarchy, chaos at the expense of peace. And since sasa tunaomba, say before I read my last paragraph, that I know that no church member, and I repeat, there will be no bishop, neither Catholic nor Anglican or any other church leader who will come public to defend the police. I know that for sure. Nobody will speak about how the police were attacked, injured, and suffered immense pain as a result of the various. Nobody will do so. I also know that no diplomat will come to public to defend our police, because it is not in their interest for Kenya to be a safe nation and to be a prospering country with full democracy. All those people would prefer anarchy, chaos at the expense of peace. And since
now, this is the same government, the same church that supported this government to come into power. We saw the bishops in church. We saw the bishops in a state house in Bomas of Kenya. The bishops were there. They gave prayers. They supported. And when they were doing their campaign, this government still, they used to praise this government to use the church, use the bishops to get into power. Now things they have not done as per what they promised the church, as per what they promised the bishops, what they promised the people of Kenya, what they promised the church, the Christians all over the country, the Muslims all over the country. When these people and also the diplomats, everybody was convinced that this was the right team to become the president, to get into power. But now this church has seen, hey, this is not the right team that we had already proposed or we had already wanted them to be in power. So what do they do, or what happens is that now wameanza accuse the people, to accuse the church, that the church has been against them. The church wants anarchy. The church doesn't want this country to prosper. So how will the country prosper if there's corruption? How will the country prosper if you are not listening to the people? You are not listening to what the people are saying. If the people, so that means if for the country to prosper, let people be killed, let abductions happen, let everything, nobody should say nothing, nobody should react on anything. We should just be there, like a banana republic. So the church has said, hey, government, you are here. Listen to the young people. Can you respond to the young people, the cries of the young people? That's what the church is just trying to say. There's no single church that supports anarchy anywhere, as Murkomen says. Just
So before I read my last paragraph, that I know
yes,
that no church member, and I repeat, there will be no bishop, neither Catholic nor Anglican or any other church leader who will come public to defend the police. I know that.
But they came to public to defend the government. Now the government is in power. The government is using the police in a wrong way. They just tell them to do this. Just tear gas them. Just beat them around. Chase them away. Trigger, pull to trigger, whatever terms they are using there. So you see, they're the ones who command these people to shoot. They're the ones who have planted anger to the young people, to the country, to everybody else. So you see now, vitu vimeenda mrama, and the church has stood and said, "Oh, wait a minute. We thought this was the right place to be. This is the right place where development will come. This is a Christian. Let us use the Bible to bring him to power. Let us support him. Let us support the Christian who is now in power." But now look, wameruka, and when the people get annoyed na kuruka the same way, wao pia wanakuja na kusema the church siku hizi they are supporting anarchy. They don't want the country to, plus even the diplomats. So who is supporting the government if the diplomats, the church is not supporting the Muslims are not supporting the government? If those ambassadors, whoever is not supporting the government, who is supporting now the government? Mr. Murkomen, who?
Utupe ruhusa tuanze kukamua.
Who? Just wait a minute.
Karibu, just
So when the government does anything, when abductions happen, the people of Kenya should not say anything. The church should not tell the people, the government, this is not the right thing. Aya, listen to what Murkomen.
doesn't matter those who are calling us names, defend the police officers, or matter the noisemakers. Doesn't matter those who are calling us names, defend the police officers, or all the police officers who did a very good job yesterday. You have my full support, 100%. Even if you need a lawyer or you need anything, you have my back, and you have the back of this ministry, and I have your back actually, and I have your back, and the ministry has your back, and the government has your back. If you are a police officer and you are being threatened with some character saying that you committed any excesses, there is no police officer who committed any excess yesterday. Police officers fought up, and they deserve our defense. They don't carry guns as toys. When you threaten a police officer, you want to kill them. When you take an armory in a police station, when you steal guns, when you burn guns, when you burn a police station, you want us to celebrate you and bring you a birthday cake. We must be serious as a country. And as
according to Murkomen, even if someone was killed yesterday, the people were killed, it doesn't matter. I am here with you. Continue doing the same. If Ojwang was killed in the police, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm always with you. If the people are being harassed by the police, don't worry. I'm here with you. If the police shoot people without somebody who is just selling masks in the streets, don't worry. I'm with you, my friend. If everybody, yani, Murkomen, those sentiments are very tricky. We jamani, tutafanya aje? Like the live as we ponder about what Murkomen has said. He's just defending police. Anything you do, you did a very good job. Who was planning? Actually, kuna Gen Z mwenye alikuwa na plan coup. there's someone heading somewhere that we do not know. See, let me also understand and know this person manze. Kama unajua huo mtu mwenye nani anaongelelea, drop a comment down below tujue what is happening. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for joining this live today, and I'm Theo here. I'm just giving out what is happening, what the Murkomen statement, but is really mad about the church, that the church is not following what is supposed to follow. The church is not adhering to what he wants the church to adhere to. Tricky. Soma, thank you so much. See you in the next live, in the next video. And please remember to subscribe to this channel. Remember to be the friend of this channel and like the videos, drop a comment, and see you in the next video. Bye bye. Blessings.